Just last week, a dude in an MMA fight got his arm broken because he dropped his arm down to defend a low kick. Okay. See. So at some point it becomes almost necessary for me to defend with my arms, just because the kick is higher than my legs can go here, or my weight is distributed in a way where I'm not going to be able to get this leg up to be able to check. Okay. So I want to put as much surface area on it as I can. And if Matt's kicking me, and I'm thinking 3 points of contact, but it looks something like this, 1, 2, that's just 1.
Yep.
Okay? This forearm took the brunt of that on impact. I want as much, if you think about it like building a wall here, you want as much of that as you can get. So when Matt kicks, boom, I want all 3 points at the same time if possible. So I can just distribute that over as much surface area as I can. Does that make sense? So some of us are not getting all 3 points in here. And obviously we're kicking lightly, and so you can get away with it. But if somebody starts really trying to chop you down with these kicks, that's going to suck real fast. Okay? And I want to be in a position where I can counter, because you don't win fights with defense. So when Matt's kicking, I'm also not shying away from it. I'm going into it, okay, if I can. Not with my feet. If I can get my feet moving, fine, but for my feet to move, everything has to move. That's the slowest thing that can happen. So as Matt sends the kick, boom, I want to be here so I'm in position to counter back as quickly as possible. All right? So stay with the same thing. Lead leg to the body. I go, you go.
Yep.
4, 3. Woo! So we're going to go back to the rear leg, doing the same drill. But now let's think about counters. And the reason I'm having you go mitts for right now is because I want you to get this counter off hard and fast. Okay? We can throw it back to our partners, but then he has to worry about defending, and I have to take something off of it. The thing that Joe's going to have to make sure he does is get the mitt there. Okay? So for right now, he's throwing that rear leg. I'm making the same defense we just did, and I'm looking to fire back a left hook, lead hook. Okay? Joe kicks. Okay? I am not, negative demonstration, waiting for him to settle his feet.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm trying to get that punch off before he's able to reestablish his footing. Okay?
Yeah.
Start slowly, mostly for your mitt holder. Make sure your mitt holder is getting that mitt out there.
Yep.
Okay? 1, 3. Woo! Cross on the end of it. So we'll make the counters 3, 2. So as Joe throws the kick here, I'm countering back this. Now look, depending on you and your partner, range, length, whatever, that right straight might not be there. Okay, it might turn into a right elbow if you're really tight, or if you're really closing the distance on the hook, right? Because there's different kinds of hooks. I could be palm facing me like this. It's going to be much shorter because I'm contracting the bicep. It's going to be tighter in here. As I start to rotate my hand out, I'm using less flex on the bicep. I can be a little longer with the punch. Okay, so a lot of times it just depends on the reach between you and your partner. Okay, but also if you're going here and you're stepping in on this hook, well, now there's no right straight here, but I can go here, just as an example, or maybe I clinch off or whatever. I don't know. Okay, start slowly so you guys can figure that out with your partner. All right, but what we're looking for is something like this. Okay? Yeah?
Yeah.
Yep. Oh. Okay, and look, it's not that these are the only counters. Obviously, you could throw a lot of different things. I'm trying to get off something meaningful relatively quickly. Okay, and so if I'm defending in a way that I'm loading my body to one side and I'm shifting my weight to one side, I should be able to treat it almost like he touches a button that releases that strike. Okay? So on this one, when Joe's kicking with the lead leg to the body, and I go here, he's releasing my right hand, my right straight. Okay? So it should just literally be from here, bam, this. Okay? So Joe kicks. Okay. Questions? Oh, 3. Again, like range may dictate what that looks like. Okay. But what we're aiming for now is cross hook. So I'm going here. Okay. So the opposite of what we did on the other side. All right. Look again. Like I want to think in terms of every time Joe picks up his foot, he's trying to kick me. That pisses me off. So I want to make him pay for that. Okay. Start taking things away from him. If every time Joe goes to kick me, I'm punching him in his face, he's going to have to start thinking about other things. That's me winning. As soon as you get the other person thinking about what you're doing to them as opposed to what they're doing to you, that's a good thing.
Yep.
Okay? And look, fights are won in moments in time. And so if I can start slowly kind of taking tools away from Joe, then that gives more advantages to me. You don't win fights with defense. Okay? So yes, I'm defending Joe's kick, but I'm looking to send back multiple things off of it. Okay? So for now, he throws that kick, I'm countering back, cross hook, 2, 3. Okay? You see, Joe's longer than I am, so when I'm throwing my hook, my palm is more towards the floor. Okay? And I'm probably still even stepping in a little bit. Just to make sure I'm getting it. All right? And look, we're overloading the high line, we're going to the head. I could go to the body too. I'm just overloading the high line for now. Okay? So for today, the last iteration of this is going to be a little bit more reactive, where Joe can pick which leg he sends. I'm going to look to defend and counter. Now, start slowly, because honestly, this is more to think about for Joe's side than my side. I'm going to defend what comes, and then I'm going to let my hands go. So whatever he's showing me is what I'm going to send. So it's up to him to make sure that he's able to think, okay, well, I'm sending my right kick. I need to be catching for this punch. So start slowly, okay? There's no pattern to it, no rhyme or reason. He just sends whichever leg he wants to the body, okay? For now, we're just going to stay with the 2 punches that we sent. So Joe goes to throw the kick, and I'm looking to counter. We start slow, kind of build. Make sure Joe knows what's happening. Make sure I know what's happening. And then as you start to get comfortable, you can start picking it up a little bit. Okay? Questions? You send your punch counters, I want you to put a kick on the end of it. Okay? Let's keep the kicks to the legs. That way it's less for Joe to have to think about as a mid holder. Obviously, I'm not going to kick hard because he's going to be in some compromised kind of positions and maybe difficult for him to defend. Okay? So you're doing the same thing on both sides, except I'm going to put a kick on the end of my counters. Yeah. All right, so Joe sends whatever. Okay? Questions?